Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video highlights of the playoff match between DarkZero Esports and Team M80 during the North America League 2024. Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Welcome back.
Hey, bud. We're in a post plan. How did that happen? MJR holding from AC?
To be completely honest with you, Rob, I have not been able to watch half of this round, so I have no idea what has happened either. This is the fun. This is the fun.
I got the feed. We're chilling. NJR picks up a nice kill on Despoy in the post plant. Cameraman though decapitates NJR and the vault out incoming. It's forthcoming from the radio window, and Nath has to try and play the timer. 10 seconds ticking away, and he gets picked apart from multiple angles as Citizen will cut.
Actually get some kills on the board while the rest of DZ does what we know they are able to do. Then that will be very troubling for M80. NJR vaults on in. He was dealt quite a bit of damage and then finished off by a nitro cell from Citizen. The other player will be Cameraman, who's already dead. But if Cameraman can also have a pretty good day, things are going to go in M80's favor, I have no doubt. This round, maybe not in their favor. Kino and Citizen on the run. It's just Citizen who had that single kill to open things up. With the nitro cell, he attempts to... We will ride. Where will Nave go, though? Well, he's actually not going to use any of his utility. He's at the halfway point of planting that diffuser, the upside down repel, something that we saw popularized by Koi long ago, will allow DZ to get 2 quick picks on the Cameraman and Kino. And the only shield operator on attack will duel with Citizen. Ben loses that engagement to Nafe. Both playing in NA, both from England. Hyper and Spoit are the last 2 remaining on a team that is largely comprised of imports. There's a Candela that was tossed in by Pambazoo. It will go off. And the timer will continue to run against this M80 team. Spoit's the last man standing. Can he get a pick before the round is over, or will it be flawlessly done? Oh my, he manages to shoot through the shield of Nave. Advantage still for DarkZero, and they are past the point of no return. Pambazoo gets the final kill, and the round is won by DarkZero. Do some serious damage, and he will pick apart the Selmas that we're going to open up that staff room wall leading over towards top metal. Spoit is a terrifically gifted player, but he runs out of runway.
See, but at the end of the day, we stand level at a 3v3. And I think right now for DarkZero slowing down momentarily, but Kino will expose himself, and that's the exact moment that Nath will spring into action, getting the plant down at the armory door. Another one will fall, leaving Hyper alone. Blinded as the Warden, detected by the Grim Bees, has to drop to a 4 below to safety. And he's spraying up to the floorboards, but he's not connecting on any of these shots. The plant was completed by Nath at the armory door as well. So Hyper's attempt to reascend these metal stairs, it does not look long for success. Pambazoo will cut him down.
Especially if lobby and that area is not being watched by the defenders. And honestly, M80 are just, I don't know, they're going for ego challenges here time and time again, as we're just seeing in the replays from this particular round.
The archives wall from Office, and he'll then turn his attention downstairs. He eats a good portion of a nitro cell, and Pambazoo unleashed on the...
Have not shown that same prowess that we saw yesterday. Not only that, but DZ have been more of a formidable foe. Kobe Lax with 1 kill, Pambazoo another. DZ doubling up, and there's 30 seconds left. Boy, oh boy, with diffuser successfully going down, Rob, this is terrible for M80.
Absolutely, and Kobe continues to win his ones. Up against Kino topside, let Kobe go on a tear. Move however he sees best, and it is paying dividends for DarkZero here on border. You can see Nafe grouping up down to bring the Osa. Again, Jesse J. Chick's worst nightmare enters in through the archives balcony and baits out the nitro cell. But in the meantime, seems like history is repeating itself. Cameraman, though, will stop Nafe in his tracks from getting the plant down from the safety of his Osa's shield. And now the diffuser lays at rest on the floorboards of archives with just Kobe and NJR left standing. It was a 4v2 when we jump back into the post plant in round number 1. It's a 5v2 now in favor of M80. They got baited on 1 nitro cell, but the second one hit the target as intended. And now a death mark coming out onto Kino from down below at the armory door. The Vendetta gets whipped out by Kobe, but it's not going to find the mark. And now NJR wandering into Archives all alone with no friends and attempting to ascend the metal stairs. Kobe will meet his... A quick one on border for the Soniqs, looking to see if Bolo can have that same kind of turnaround here as the Warden trying to fight against the Candelas upstairs. We get a 1-for-1 that has nothing to do with Bolo in the process, but NJR picks up a double. Nafe will fall as the flood into the bomb site. It is successful momentarily, but NJR on an absolute tear with an MP7, ripping M80 to shreds. Bolo has been downed and hasn't found that same resurgence that Ambi did in map number 1 of our first series, and Spoit will clean him up with an asphyxiating bolt as ever. So M80 will be very confident in the fact that there was no flank up top. We got yellow pings in towards Workshop, but 8 seconds tick away on the clock, and the diffuser is still down inside of supply. Kobe will get 1, and he'll get 2 for his trouble, backing away to the front door, but he doesn't need to leave the building to make his mark. Thing for right now is that M80 seemed very stacked and very ready to go for an opposite side take, although Spoit will catch Pamba lacking at the top of the east stairs, ready to go for a run out onto the Archives balcony through triple wall. So it's an opening pick acquired for M80 and some good progress made towards an office take. As you can see, a lot of orange silhouettes starting to stack themselves at the top of the east stairs, looking to move in, and Spoit continues his rampage. He comes to blows with Kobe again and wins against Kobe yet again.
Bad news for Bolo. He's still alive and looking for his very first kill in this matchup. We are deep into round 8, and he is on the ropes and on the run. Being targeted by Deimos, he has no choice but to find safety over an armory. And I mean, he's lower HP. He can still use one of those stim pistols to good use. Right now, those SAM cams, the Argus cams, are providing so much value, especially in conjunction with the Deimos death mark. Another player from DZ is dropped, and Rob, this looks like M80 will prevent DarkZero from going to match point.
It's a tough one. We saw M80 pull some heroics yesterday to get themselves back into games, and it looks like the heroics will not be necessary here in this round. Spoit with an exit plan, and his exit plan is to vault out AC and get the hell out of Dodge.
And the great escape, as he should be able to get back in. DarkZero with those first 2 kills, Rob, have set themselves up so excellently to carry out this round. Now Nafe maybe a bit overeager with that nitro cell toss, as M80's focus towards this bomb site will come from top east, and they'll sound like a herd of elephants above as they realize that not only is the round getting away from them, the time is too. Kino walking up, and onto the Flores drone he will go. Kobe needs to take care of this, and he finally gets it good. But it was more of a scouting mission, say an exploratory bid for Kino, who has no drones remaining. Damage being done from Kobe, who gets quite aggressive in that position. Spoit the very first kill.
What?
Oh, Kobe, how did you not know they were right behind you? Kino jumped upon by Nave, a mad dash and scramble.
The team to fold on into Tellers. That was disgusting. And Nafe as well, able to play the position to a T inside of Archives. Look at that 180. That is just ridiculous from Kobe. And I think as well, let Nafe, for the time being, well, you are able to get hyper. At least he's a gun up. And now Spoit turns his attention towards the triple wall, and Pamba turns Office into the Pamba party zone, dropping Spoit outside of the triple wall, prepping the radio window, and he goes flying, but he can't connect, and now he's running outside. There is an attacker inside of Archives or on the balcony. Oh my lord, cameraman, finally!
DZ or M80 gets that final Montreal spot. The loser of that match will then go to the LCQ. I hope that you're not confused. It's a very straightforward process. Rob, only 10 seconds left, and DZ look to feast upon these players from M80. Time running out, diffuser going down, Citizen watching as they all drop. He's looking for some kills. Cameraman stands alone against Kobe, but Kobe clutches it, and map 1 goes to DarkZero.
Unbelievable. From the 2v4, nearly brought back from the depths of despair. But now Kobe will slowly jaunt over to the diffuser planted inside of the customs double door to blue hallway, and he will disable it. DarkZero, like you say.
They don't want to deal with her. They get rid of her. Last band coming in on a map like Chalet. You could see a Kaid, you could see a Mira, you could see a Valkyrie. You're going to see a Kaid get banned out by M80. All of those operators have extremely...
Kino's gonna get dropped inside of library, and now this presents a significant problem for M80 as Spoit will also get dropped. It's a boss G on the Dokkaebi of NJR. Say goodnight. Nath will clean up Kino with the Twitch drone just to add insult to injury. The phone calls will ring out from NJR's back pocket, still with Logic Bomb in hand, as those are now regenerative over time throughout the course of the round. And in tandem with a phone call, it's Hyper is going to be Deathmark tracked by Kobe, who's bringing out the Deimos, another operator that has been very powerful this stage. We didn't see a whole lot of on map number 1, but suddenly Citizen and M80, they all spring into action. Hyper with 1, Citizen with 2, make it 3 from inside of...
Pocket EMPs give even greater access. Hyper will lose his position by blue, and Citizen finally looks to be killed as he survived every round so far. A flurry of kills from DZ. Rob, I was going to pass the mic to you, but it seems that DZ has plans otherwise. A nice drop from Cameraman, but he's not long for this earth. NJR cleans up, and the teams equalize.
As well, was able to drop down that dining hatch like you mentioned, but really, at that point in a 1v4 playing the post plant, they're able to drop the diffuser at the very least.
Over towards bathroom, but I don't think he knows there's one over in office. Smoke will, or sorry, the mute will swing and missed opportunity to kill Kino. As now, Spoit wants blood. NJR says not today. A little bit of negligence from Pamazu as Kino and Hyper pick up 2 kills, and we reach the halfway point of the mark. And Kino is as good as gone. 4 kills, by the way, for Bolo. It's him, Kobe, and Nafe remaining for DZ.
Oh, and Citizen standing in the middle of the hallway outside of Bar, still able to win on a very twitchy Bolo on the shoulder peak on blue stairs, and Nafe as well cannot hit crucial shots. DMR versus DMR, and Hyper wins the battle, and Cameraman as well will cut down Kobe as he attempts to vault in through the blue stairs. But a staunchly fought battle upstairs that resulted in a victory all the same. You really got to say right now for M80, this is looking like a much more back. Giving up the top floor, but we're still picking up the pick. Spoit, the bottom of the blue stairs. Patch reinforced as a good fallback contingency here for M80. Hyper will light up the ceiling above him, and Nafe will fall. It's a 2v5 now for Pamba and NJR to try and fashion their way a hole out of. Pamba will at least get one with the Parrot, sending down blue stairs, hitting a goo mine to slow his progress momentarily. But with 12 seconds left, they start pouring towards the bomb site, identifying one member of M80 over towards Kitchen, sprinting past his view, and now just narrowly missing the head. But now the flank arriving, and it will not come up for all remaining kills. It's Citizen and...
What's happening? It's very easy for teams to tilt, especially the inexperienced teams. But experience isn't something that's lacking on the side of DarkZero.
Double wall. He'll take fire towards West Main windows. He will not connect, but still occupying the space inside of kitchen and dining, holding for a solar walk down. And it will be the Oryx of Cameraman, who is tracked by Bolo on the Deimos. And Cameraman says, here and hold this for me. On the swing towards the West Main, it will now be up to Pamba to initiate the track onto Cameraman. And he will still evade all the attackers descending upon him. Another one will fall victim to his T5. Kino on 6 HP in the objective, though. And it might be up to NJR and Kobe to completely forego the clearance of top floor and push directly into the objective once again. It worked from the last time around. Can it work again? Blinded momentarily by the Dreadnought mines. They push in. Now hatch control is surrendered for Cameraman to retake. Snow plant attempt will be successful on this side of Wine, and nonetheless the stall.
Very minimal. Cameraman was the star of the show on that particular round, Rob. And I mean, it was a real frenzy. There were a lot of isolated gunfights all over the map, and you have to credit M80 for the way that
before they fell into the trap that was Master before, and it looks like M80, they're not going to catch DarkZero on the same mistake twice.
Pamazu with that very first leadoff pick gets answered back as teams trade out, but Kino has been the star of the show as he's on a bit of a rodeo, isn't he, over by Solarium. They've lost control of the bomb site. Nafe, with not a single kill since coming back from the rehost, getting diffuser down. Kino wanders down Solarium stairs. Pamazu's been dropped, but the objective play is good for DarkZero. They will hold on for dear hope. They are outnumbered at the moment as the final EE1D from Bolo will go. And now down Solarium stairs as Bolo has their attention. They don't know that Nafe is tucked away right next to the Warden of Kino. Bolo needs to hit these shots. He's missing some very critical opportunities. This isn't the coverage he wants, but the timer is really what's going to aid this team. Nave takes out Kino. Now it's all up to Bolo, who's outside of the site, and he gets caught in a frost mat. I don't want to point fingers, but that was Bolo really boofing it wrong.
Moments. The plant goes down inside of Kitchen, and everyone on M80 is stuck in molasses, just unable to move. Kino trying to traverse his way down the solar.
They sit on match point.
It does not look likely, though, as the Candelas will come out, but so much utility, including the Clash, perfectly positioned to slow down the entry of M80 when they have such little time on the clock. But now the kills all flood in the feed, and it's all going to favor of M80. Split is putting the bomb down, and it will be successful as Bolo's the last man standing. He gets one, but it's nowhere near enough.
And I would like to call out my good friend Lynx, who said, and I quote, right now looks like it will be the decider between these teams, which still means we're well ahead of schedule. The fact that these two matches have been so dynamite for these teams means we've saved an awful lot of time. But maybe the mother of all comebacks is about to happen, Rob, because Hyper and Kino are now dead. Spoit will die shortly thereafter, and DZ might just be able to do more than a single.
Not seem well favored for M80, and doesn't really seem like there's much of an opening to pull off any superhero plays, as Cameraman's gonna vault into a Surya Gate. He will die finally at post tech pause and rehost, so it leaves Citizen alone now in the 1v4, and he's still got friends upstairs. Bolo never left mezzanine or library. He stayed there for nearly 3 minutes straight.
And you have to win every single round in regulation, and then you have to go to overtime, and well, whatever happens there will happen there. Clubhouse still could potentially happen.
Familiarity with playing the periphery. This is taking it to another level for M80, working outside the objective and outside the building entirely. And that's the problem. Kobe still has top control. We go back and forth and level at a 3v3, but the diffuser has been surrendered, and Citizen now has to vacate his position at the bottom of West Main Stairs and return to Trophy, where the diffuser waits for an M80 attacker to approach. Hyper on the upside down rappel in the Solarium windows is not even remotely going to be doing enough to dissuade anyone from playing the top control on the side of DarkZero. And I guess that's where Spoit comes into play, as these two pinching might be able to afford a moments of grace for the push in through Trophy, and that'll be a 1-for-1 exactly as Spoit gets his third on the round. But he will be laid to rest with 10 seconds ticking away. Citizen has to vault in with defenders holding the angle. Pamba, he's not going to miss that shot. And Hyper, he's not long for this world. NJR will put him to sleep. And on either...
Not as violent in regular life as it is in a video game about violence, but all the same, we stan pros who seek self-betterment and higher education.
Tries to get the plant down in the dying moments like we saw from M80 the last time they attacked this bomb site. But this time, the plant going nowhere. Kobe is able to support the Clash inside of Connector, and now trying to trudge through the Toxic Babe. NJR collects as well with the SMG9, making a double for him on Clash. Nafe with the M590. Stop. Frostmat will be the difference maker on this round to send us to round 12. Pamba, in the meantime, is going to vacate Mezzanine, as Citizen from outside will collect Nafe on a rotation. And Pamba, on his retreat back towards the objective of Fireplace, instead is going to hit the deck.
Catch him. Pamba doing a great job to start off the killing, and there is one set of eyes trained in that direction. It's Hyper, but he's asleep at the wheel. Where was he looking? Pamba hits the shot, hits the deck, and gets away. That could have cracked the round open. M80 with only 3 seconds left. Cameraman getting diffuser down. The comeback has almost happened, Rob. One. There's a lot obviously on the line there because that was Troy's old team. Nave had taken over. Easy with the very first kill. Citizen drops Nave shortly thereafter. Pambazoo goes down as well, and now Kobe falls. Here it comes, Rob. The prophecy foretold. The comeback from DZ. It looks like it will fall short. As the last player is NJR, harassed by a death mark. He will engage with Spoit on the hatch. A running man. One of your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and run he does, but die he does as well, as M80 in that round looked like the Terminator. What an improbable comeback. A lot like day one of Movember, am I right here? So, all right, let's get underway with this matchup. A very pivotal and consequential game between these two teams. DarkZero, they will be well equipped to carry the rest of this round.
Yeah, seemingly foregoing Kobe's hard hold with reinforcements inside a strip. He might be allowed the opportunity to go for the flank, but Pambo wins the first engagement off of what he should have had as his opening pick against Kino. The remaining 20 health post-revival gets claimed by the MPX, and now Cameraman bursts onto the scene inside of Armory, and he wins the double. Able to push into dummies, but Kobe on the retreat. That has dropped the diffuser once again inside of Kitchen, making it a slugfest on the bomb site. Citizen down to 4 HP. Hyper wins the engagement, so it's just NJR alone. The diffuser recovered by Hyper. Cameraman gets downed in the bomb site. The Nitro Cell, it goes soaring, and it drops Hyper. The timer, it hits 0. NJR.
You cannot challenge a team like that. 40 seconds, by the way, and M80 are in the site getting the plant down. Nobody from DZ seems to know this at all, Rob. And now the clock will run with 45 seconds left, and M80 seemingly cleaning up DZ.
Yeah, lost in the chaos of round number 1, and the recap of that was that this is a bar defense coming out from DarkZero. So we are really testing the limits of these 4th bomb sites on the maps this evening. And yet this one doesn't seem to be as successful as we've seen on maps prior. DarkZero, they got a plant against them in a 5v2, make it a 5v1 as Kino catches NJR on the rotation, leaving Kobe alone at the base of the main stairs and call it flawless. Good response for
impunity right now, and he's retaking it. And he gets read on by Spoit like a book. Checked out of the library, no return date. Goodbye to Nafe. That's a terrific start for M80, and Nafe really did play that well. I just don't think he was expecting Spoit to pivot the way that he did. Spoit with 4 kills so far through 2 rounds. Cameraman 3-0, quite the start for him. Down goes Citizen as he vaults in. Kobe takes him out, and now there's follow-up from the Ying of Kino. He sees the Warden of Kobe inside a bathroom, but can't really do much about it. The castle barricade on weight room door means that it's safe for Kino to get the diffuser down. There's nobody who can seemingly stop this except for Kobe Lax, who throws out the Nitro Cell, and nobody from M80 is in position to pick the case back.
And hold their advantages. They're not being forced off of the power positions. The Candela comes out, and turning away from the blinding will be NJR. Kino picks him up. He's able to walk in with the diffuser into Church. Kobe with 1 response, but that is all DarkZero will get as M80 will lay DarkZero to rest on a basement defense that feels like it's just... You know they kill each other, right, in the video game?
It's a simulation, Rob. For sponsor purposes, it's not real.
Oh, my bad. He shoots.
They're not bullets.
Every possible avenue into the bomb site, and they're going to have free reign as they walk in and attempt to get the plant down.
Oh, DarkZero gets the leadoff pick. Bolo breaking the goose egg. Kobe dies to Kino. That's most of the kills for DarkZero now gone, but Bolo's starting to work things up. Nafe will go killless for yet another round. As Kino, after the blood has been spilt, will get into the bomb site, leaving Pambazoo and Bolo to try and shut this down. Pambazoo almost gets past Citizen, but not quite. Timer working now against DarkZero, and Bolo, who's got 2 kills, both kills, the only kills for DZ in this round, will have to ace, and also clutch, and also get the diffuser. A lot to ask for one. I know that might seem like something that is quite common. I have no doubt there will be people in the comments bemoaning the fact that this is a beginner strat, but for lots of people who watch this, they don't exactly play at the top level. A good start to this round with 40 seconds to go for DarkZero. They've taken Cameraman out of the equation. That's the Hibana down, but Spoit is poised to kill NJR. What a flick. He does 40 damage to NJR in the process. Rob, 25 seconds, and now we're at even numbers.
The Candelas again, and the church wall has been able to be opened up. Everybody in the bomb site is vulnerable, and another Candela will come in. Kino on the LMG, or yeah, Kino and Citizen both on LMGs, and again Bolo, he's on the bandit. He couldn't trick the wall, he cannot see, and Hyper will...
In round number 1, Rob, when that round was won in the most chaotic of fashions with time still left on the clock, I said that should have been an M80 round. We will go back. Afe's in sight, by the way. He's gone the first half without a kill, but now it's time for objective play. He's lost NJR, he's lost Kobe. Those are 2 very, very strong gunners that are no longer available. Bolo, though, he's starting to warm up. It took him 5 rounds to find a kill, but now he's got 5 to add. Cameraman is last alive, and he has to juggle multiple targets. DZ wins a round, and it's by...
will have their availability and 2 nitro cells in the back pocket to work with, and maybe just a Spoit with an MPX point blank on the gym window will collect Bolo, and as the Warden can weather the flashes, Nafe gets cut down as well to 0-7 on the match. NJR will at least respond on to Spoit, so Jim is clear for the time being, but the bathroom is still occupied by M80's defense, and the flashbangs will come in. That will prompt the swing from Cameraman, and actually no, Cameraman is cleaned up, and Kino was the man holding the mantle inside a bathroom, who also gets collected. Now Jim is opened up, and the last 2 defender silhouettes are stacked on one another inside of Logistics. Citizen, though, hits the shot from the depths, and he hits another one with the 9x19. It's just NJR alone trying to plunge into Logistics, and Citizen, he gets all 3.
The people, we must move past you.
I heard.
Look, you know, and if there ever comes a day where I am gone, you have full permission on a broadcast to say we must move past Untero. I actually know what. No, I don't want you
to weight off the shoulders.
An LCQ, by the way, that will have C9 Beast Coast, that will have Wildcard, that will likely have a gamut of T2 teams. But hold on a second, DZ doesn't want that to happen. They're trying their best. Nave has finally got his first kill. Rob and Citizen is now isolated inside of blue, all by his lonesome. Nitro Cell goes out, and it manages to kill Nafe. A bevy of players shooting away at Citizen. Look at the long face on Ben. He gets 1 kill before being traded out immediately.
That now opens up the avenue into the bomb site. There's still a mirror window to contend with, and we have not opened platform wall, saving it to the dire moments.
Nafe and Kobe with 2 kills. Rob, suddenly DZ has found their footing, and what should be a defender-sided map has fallen by the wayside. Kino and Hyper is the last 2 remaining, and Hyper will take down NJR. It's the very first kill for M80 in this altercation. As he switched over towards Rafters, Hyper with 1 to take down Kobe, and Hyper's the only one standing. No ability for him to swap on over. It's just him. He's the real deal, and he'll hit the deck and rotate over towards stairs. 3 players upright from DarkZero.
What?
Hold on. Oh. Okay, the other one was still there. They had a flank drone on the spot. The problem is that the diffuser's in a position where no matter what, he's going to get shot at. You cannot long arm this with the way that it's been opened up. He's going to try, but he'll be exposed to the door frame and will bait out a kill as there's a drop. And it's Pambazoo to get the job done.
The last time he attacked this bomb site, the frag grenade goes soaring and it will not connect anywhere near Cameraman, but here comes the blitz instead. The drop into Logistics, and Nafe connects onto Spoit as well. ADSing around the corner, Bolo picks up Cameraman, and now identified by the Grimbees, the defender tries to retreat from construction, but now Kino inside a gym, putting on a masterclass, gets put on his backside. NJR will collect from the gym window, but in the meantime, Pamba has been downed and finished off by the Nitro Cell of Hyper, still holding inside of Logistics, hitting the feet of Bolo, trying to bait the ADS, and now both defenders on either side of Logistics wall to construction try to do battle with Bolo. The ADS comes out, and Bolo hits against Hyper. The Nitro Cell from Citizen. Can it be more heroics once again? A 1v1 of all time, but NJR!
If it's a tech issue, we're being told that it is frequently the drone bug. But either way, we'll play on. Doing a great job of making space on his own, Rob. But he's got a couple different players to try to find. Hyper's been finished off. Cameraman now pops up. DZ with 2 very quick kills. How do they let Cameraman go by? He pulls out the sidearm and attempts to get back towards these DZ players. But he is a man on the run. A nice shot onto Nafe. A follow-up as well onto Kobe. Where is this coming from? How has DZ let this man go unpunished? Kino is the last alive. DZ making up for this in a hurry. And Rob, that might be all she wrote.
Trying to push down the main stairs now. You can see the Goyo canister. It erupts at the bottom of the main stairs, and both the DZ attackers turn tail and head back towards the kitchen hatch. Is Kino gonna do it again? No! Bolo! It's the prone drop headshot, and call it good night, DarkZero. They will have a date with Soniqs.